Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 100 of the Realm Recap. I am Jason from Yakface.com, joined as always by Fly Guy from flyguy.net.
Good evening, interwebs. Good evening, people. And 100 episodes, Jason.
Finally. Finally.
Finally.
It seems like it took a year to get here, but it's finally arrived. Exactly.
Well, we're going to do a little giveaway. So if you're watching this episode, if you want to win some Star Wars goodies, Darkside Toys is very kindly offered to give us something away to celebrate 100 episodes. So thank you to them. And really all you got to do is watch this show, and we'll tell you towards the end how you can win it. We'll do it that way. We'll make them watch the show. So you have to watch the show towards the end, and we'll tell you, yeah, we'll do it that way. So there you go.
Perfect. Quite a bit of news since the last time we had done a show. From various brands out there. Hasbro's still kind of pussyfooting around on getting any information out regarding San Diego Comic-Con, but there's little bits of stuff leaking out there, and they're teasing something for next week. So there's that. Funko's been dropping product like crazy. Hot Toys has had a couple great releases over the past week. Some of the foreign brands like s.h.figuarts and Medicom has had a lot of great stuff and unique stuff as well. So we'll get to all of that here in a bit, but we will start off as always with the Hasbro news for the past week or so. As I mentioned, Hasbro is teasing something coming on the 6th of July. I know what it is. I can't officially say what it is. They're, as far as I could say, they are not revealing anything new that day. So we'll see what that means. But if you search around maybe a year ago on what kind of information was announced, you might be able to figure it out. I'll tease it that far.
So what time people are going to tune in? That's when
the official embargo, I think, is lifted at 8 a.m. on that day, Pacific time. So I'll have to confirm that for sure. But let me see if I can find that here.
I thought it was this Wednesday or something, but it's a specific time date. So you're going to post people up to date anyway. So
yep. So here we go. I have the information right here from Hasbro's PR firm, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So
okay,
in the wee hours in the morning if you're on the West Coast, but otherwise, yeah, 8 a.m. on the East Coast. So 7 a.m. Central time. We'll see. Hopefully, people enjoy what it's all about.
Yeah, that'd be good.
As far as I mentioned before, no official word yet on the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or exclusives. We're still getting leaks overseas from Toys R Us stores in the Philippines and like Singapore, I believe, where that three pack of Astromechs are hitting retail, being called CDCC exclusive droid pack. So it's all but official. I don't know why. I mean, obviously Hasbro has probably seen all of these reports since the first leak. I don't know why they just don't officially come clean on it.
It's a kind of denial thing. They've always done that. They just don't communicate at all, do they? So no. Despite the fact that there's actual product in actual stores. But then this is Hasbro USA, and it's very different from some of the other ones we were talking about before. So
right.
And we want to keep the reveals for, San Diego Comic-Con, but why is this turned up in the Toys R Us stores? It just, it's bizarre. So
even like last year with the First Order Stormtrooper, that leaked well online prior to the official announcement. It's like it really takes some of the fanfare and surprise and I don't know.
Well,
the pomp and circumstance out of their reveal. It's like, oh yeah, well, last to the punch.
I think the only one they got away with at San Diego Comic-Con that we didn't really know about was the TIE Fighter. That was a genuine surprise, I think, from memory. But you're right, the Stormtrooper got out there. But they don't seem to do a very good job of keeping it under wraps. But look, I'm sure there's complications. But Ah, well, it's out.
Let's see what else. There was some other news regarding 6-inch Black Series. Stores around the U.S. There's a discount chain called Ross. I don't know if you're familiar with it when you were still living here, but basically it's kind of like a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's discount retailer that receives clearance product, and they've been receiving dirt cheap Anakin Skywalker figures that go for, or at least they used to, they go for $40 to $100 on eBay, and they're selling them at Ross for $9.99 each.
I know,
so
painful. So obviously there's a glut of them over here somewhere. I did see some Chewy. Somebody sent me a photograph of a Chewy.
Yep.
So there's a few the old Chewy, the orange packs of these. So yeah, you're right. A lot of people were going nuts for these figures, and I hate to rub it in and tell people, but they could have got this thing for $20 a way back, because I think you and I, when this figure, pre-order it, get it for $20. And people paid $100, but now you're paying it for $9.99 or something. So
right.
Yeah, always toys to be dug out. So, yeah.
Sorry. As soon as I posted that image that was sent to us, people are like from all over the U.S. They're like, "Oh, can you buy me one? Can you buy me one? And I'll pay shipping. I'll pay you 40 plus shipping just to be able to get it." I'm like, I'm just sharing the news. This wasn't me in the store posting it. But yeah, there's a lot of the Facebook groups out there, the Black Series group especially. They have a segment of people that trade and sell product all the time, and that was a popular figure over there as far as one that changes hands quite a bit.
Exactly.
So
and it's one of the rare figures they've done in the Star Wars line, I should note, just that the swappable heads.
Right.
You don't really get a lot of that, so good figure at the time.
Cool. What else? This was shared, I think, to both of us regarding some of the Walmart exclusive figures. The Phasma, Han Solo, Princess Leia was showing up again up in Canada.
Mm-hmm. So, good to hear they were getting it.
Yeah.
That Leia I've seen is that surprisingly she seems to be packed least or packed less, or I don't know why, but she's the one that I saw it on Amazon was going for about $35-40. Whereas the other two were, around the $20 mark. So yeah, if you're a Leia fan, don't wait around, because she seems to be going to be pricey. Don't know why, but she is.
Yeah, and I've seen a couple reports, them showing up across the U.S. again as well. Sporadically. I think mostly in kind of like the Kentucky, Tennessee, some of the eastern state stores have started receiving those again. So hopefully they're filling in the backlog before they phase out that packaging altogether.
Yep, I agree.
A couple more Black Series news bits here. Walmart had received, or we received a report that Walmart stores had started putting shelf tags out for some of the Black Series figures, including Sabine, the Darth Revan that's coming out, as well as the AT driver. Did you see that post?
I didn't. Yes, I did. I didn't know. I'm just checking our show notes here for the link. But yes, I did. I saw the
number 5.
post. Yeah, number 5. Yeah, I remember this. Yes, I saw the price tags on that. So we're just sharing that just now.
It's a weird.
We get a lot.
It's a weird report. I don't know why Walmart would be posting or specific character shelf tags. When they're all part of the same assortment.
I don't know. This could be someone who works at Walmart having fun, but I don't know. I mean, it's consistent with the pricing structure as in the 92.
Right.
And that weird price.
The $14.92 is a weird price again, because that's kind of like the rollback price for the $20 price point they have for the Black Series figures. It's just a weird occurrence.
Star Wars E5 driver is the other one there.
Yeah.
Look, who knows? It could just be something that could just turn up. But I guess until we see the product, it's who knows?
Yeah, because I think I was talking the other day that this is part of the fall wave of of product that's supposed to be coming for when there's the Force Friday, I
That's right.
believe.
That's
So
right.
why these are out now is just the weirdness that is Walmart, I guess.
Yeah. Yes. Who knows? Hasbro, the typical mystery. Never really know much from them. We have to just guess because they never tell us anything. So
Right.
there you go.
And speaking of Force Friday, Genetic Temple Archives last week had posted some UPCs for the first couple waves of Black Series 6-inch figures.
That's right.
There's a link that'll be in the show notes you could take directly over to them. Otherwise, you could probably go there now and do a quick search. But yeah, for essentially 8 of the figures coming out, there's the, they're still coded by their weird fish names, the Shark Trooper and Seal Communicator, Seal Droid, Seal Leader. There's all those different ones. So they have posted UPCs for those figures, as well as the Snow Trooper, Darth Revan, Sabine again, and this Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is said to be the Episode 4 Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Again, we've not seen pictures or any kind of official confirmation of that figure.
No, that's true. Although it has to be said, Old Boy Customs, we've shared on the show several times, is just killing it with an amazing facial sculpt. So Hasbro have got a really, if that thing's not as good as, which I do think it will be, I think a lot of people will be buying a lot of heads off that customizer. So just a point on that Darth Revan, I don't know about you, but I must be getting an email a day from people asking me about Darth Revan. It's just, wow.
It has started to ramp up the questioning about when that figure is coming, when that assortment is coming. So
it's insane, the popularity of Darth Revan. It's just I just don't get it. Just don't get it. But there you go. Anyhow,
so that kind of rounds out Hasbro for the week. They again, like I said, they're not a whole lot of newness there from them. But if you're looking for a company that does produce a consistent amount of product throughout the entire year, they don't take the summer off like Hasbro seems to do apparently. FUNKO, they announced several products over the past week, including Celebration Europe exclusives, which include this awesome Luke Skywalker with his severed little stumpy hand.
I know, that's so good. You actually get a hand in the box. You just don't. You don't, do you? There's no hand, no lightsaber. That's it. You just get nice.
Then we have Luke's ceremonial from the Yavin ceremony, Han Solo's ceremonial, and Forlom.
That's right.
And that one, of the 3, Forlom is the official Celebration Europe exclusive. The other 2 are, what are they called? Summer Convention exclusives.
Summer Convention. So yeah, SDCC as well. We'll likely see them. So. And
usually those will pop up at regular retail again later, just without the sticker. Is that what you understand?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll. I mean, I would lay money on it. You will see these just about everywhere. These Galactic Convention exclusives. Some will turn up in select stores, and they'll get some Hot Topics, things like that. You'll get a lot of companies that can get these. I have to say, if you're overseas, if you're outside the US, if you're Australia or the UK, you can get all of these from plenty of stores. Forbidden Planet, Pop Culture. So if you're really a Funko fan, and I know a lot of people are, Jason, as I am, and you just, you can't go to Celebration or Convention exclusives or places to get these. So you can order them if you just get in there quick. So, but they're great looking pop. Great looking pop.
Yep. Pop Culture has those up for pre-order now. So
for like $14 or something.
Yeah, it's a decent price.
It is. So don't go too nuts trying to pay money for them on eBay and stuff like that. Yeah. Stop the scalpers. Get them at a reasonable price.
There was another pop that leaked this week. It's not officially supposed to be out for sale yet, but this was sold out in California. The Blue Senate Guard pop. I don't know if you saw that this week. This is the Pop Culture.
The Pop Culture one, the Blue. Yes, I did. I did see this. My apologies. I did see that. Yes. Yeah, it's another one that wasn't really kind of talked about. Box Lunch, which is another Funko-owned company.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're going to have an exclusive out there too. So again, that says Galactic Convention exclusive. So chances are you'll get it in other places too outside the US. So you should be able to order it at some point.
Yeah, I think that I've seen eBay posts for about $100 for that figure now because it got leaked and sold early.
Yep. Yep.
So don't spend that.
No.
If you can help it.
Jeez, no, not $100 on a $10 pop. No. Hold on to your money.
What else? GameStop had been selling a lot of pops this week. I had placed an order for a few that I had wanted to get earlier. There's the X-Wing Ray that I had received last week. They're exclusive, which is one of the best pops by far that they've done. And I also picked up the Luke Skywalker, which I just had to get since they're essentially the only company that has decided to produce a Luke Skywalker product from The Force Awakens.
Yeah, just trying to get GameStop's change their URL there. If you
have they did.
Pictures we could show you, but let me. The Ray looks fantastic. I think the helmet just adds a nice touch of quality to it overall.
Yep.
She's really nice the way the design is.
Holding her little doll.
Holding a little doll, exactly. She's just, which you made ages ago. I remember you made a great version of that. Come on. Well, one of the things that we should mention about that pop is, maybe you don't have it in the notes, but Zuckuss was around. That's another pop that we might get to, I think.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we have it, but yeah. So there's plenty of pop going on. And if GameStop would load properly, it seems to be trying to load some large file in the background for me. What ones did you pick up?
Just the Ray and the Luke. And what else did I order? I ordered the let's see, what was there? Not from GameStop, but I got the Poe Dameron Hot Topic exclusive, where he comes in his Resistance outfit. I think that's what that one is. And I think I do have the Poe in his flight suit that's exclusive to FYE. That one's still coming.
Yep.
But yeah, if you're looking for all the latest pops, you could go to GameStop if you're a member there, or if you've got an affiliation with them, and they have most of them in stock, most of the new ones.
It seems the prices. I mean, I think the licensing from Star Wars and Marvel, I think Disney have bumped up their push, so that's pushed Funko, and I'd seen most stores upgrading to $10.99, but GameStop seems to be just going that little bit further with an extra $1.
Yeah,
not going to break the bank, but yeah, it's definitely a little bit more expensive there. But
yeah, I noticed like if you go in their stores, like they have a lot of them that are $8.99.
Older ones, yeah.
But yeah, gotta pay a premium for the newer ones, I guess.
Of course.
So
cool.
Ton of them. And then there was one additional pop that was kind of revealed by Funko this week, that at CDCC, Conan O'Brien is having his own Stormtrooper pop that's being issued.
Yeah. Very cute, as well as some other variations. These are incredibly hard to get.
Yeah.
I was at San Diego last year, and the Conan ones were just like, there was oodles of people just going to the Conan show broadcast just to be a chance of getting them. It was just, they'd queued out for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. So that may be one of the hardest ones to get.
Yep. Without a doubt.
They did say that they would be available outside of going to the broadcasting of the show. Yep. I think down in the show notes, or down in the the blog on Funko's page.
In addition to the show tapings giveaways, they'll be available at TBS's Comic-Con booth. Don't know who TBS are.
That's the broadcasting company that does Conan show.
That's going to be a rammy. That's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
For that alone will be nuts. Yeah. Wow. Team Coco at San Diego yet again. So, yes. Very good.
Very cool. Moving on to some of the upper scale brands. Sideshow and Hot Toys announced a pre-order for their for Hot Toys Gold Chrome version of their Stormtrooper. This is similar to the copper Chrome version they had a year or two ago. So
Very nice indeed.
I think they're calling this a convention exclusive. It was first available at one of their flagship store openings overseas.
Mm-hmm.
So again,
they're,
it's just a repaint.
It is. They're very much getting into the Funko game of just, repainting it and calling it something else. And they did the same with Iron Man recently as well. They released an exclusive gold chromed version of Midas armor.
Yeah.
So they're all at it. They're all at it for these things. But
usually the production numbers are pretty low as well.
Yes, they are. But kind of slick, very reflective, and very shiny.
Very much. Pretty cool.
Very cool indeed.
Let's see what else. Hot Toys also announced and revealed in full their 6-scale versions of Han Solo and Chewbacca from The Force Awakens.
They really updated that Chewie. They really updated them.
It's still off a little bit. The face looks...
Sure.
I don't know. There's too much upper lip going on or something. I don't know. It's just not quite Chewie. It looks more like Toto still from... Wizard of Oz, but Han Solo is the best Hot Toys they've done so far as Star Wars ones, I think.
I like the New Hope version one myself. I think it looks really good. I don't think even that's available yet, but there's a couple of. I think, to be fair to them, I think they've done a better job with Chewie. Yeah, that first one was I just thought it was dreadful, but that's a passable Chewie. But the hand looks good.
Yeah,
and you get lots of little bits and pieces, I think, for their jackets and what do they get? Arms, gloves, extra furry hands jacket. You get some thermal detonators and a little greebly thing.
Yeah, the Han Solo and Chewbacca set where you get both figures, it includes a few extra accessories and that the detonator as well as the bombs themselves are exclusive to the 2-pack, as well as the snowy bases for the display stands.
Little extra snowy pieces.
Can only get those through the set.
Yeah, that's not bad. If you want the two of them, Han and Chewie together, and if you haven't got the previous ones, that would be a good set. But
right,
that's probably $500, isn't it?
Yeah, $520 for the set.
It's probably the most accurate rendition of Force Awakens Han Solo I think we've seen yet by any toy manufacturer. They've all been off, but he looks clearly his age there. So very good. And it's a blue jacket. It's not a brown jacket. Blue jacket. The argument goes on.
What else do we have here? Sideshow also put up for pre-order in the details for that IG-88 that we had talked about, I think, on last show. It is new in the sense that they gave it some newly sculpted bits and pieces, some grenades, a fabric bandolier versus a plastic one. It has an updated deco. So it's essentially a reissue of the one they did before, but it doesn't include that that deluxe base that the first issue had.
Yep.
And a few updated parts. Not sure if it's really worth the reissue in getting it, but
no. But then I guess if you missed out before, there's a bunch of people always behind trying to catch up and things, and so
yeah, the price is a little bit less than the deluxe one was. So
Yep, still a good piece if you want to collect all the bounty hunters, that's for sure. So,
I believe
he Boss got the next for a re-release. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, I think he lights up and as well, doesn't he? Doesn't he have batteries in his head that?
He did in the first release. I don't know whether this one still does. I'm sure they're going to. I would imagine they carry it through. I think the picture had. Yeah, it's got the little lights on. I think there, LEDs going on inside there when you push it down. So. It's nice they're making little touches to it. It's not just a blanket release. It's just, they've added a little bits and pieces. Yeah, I always felt the belt didn't sit right. So, nice.
It's a cool piece. It's very, very detailed, very, I would say, screen accurate.
I agree.
What else? There was Hot Toys also showed off another set of those Cosbaby things. I don't know if people are into those anymore, or I'm not sure what kind of a following that line has, but they have an updated version of the C-3PO that they've had before. This time it obviously is different in that it has the red arm.
Mm-hmm. And these are, I think, like the Marvel ones as well. There's a bubble aspect to them somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was all for the Hulkbuster one before, and I realized it was a bobblehead. What? So yeah, I think there's a ball. It's not broadcast very well in the text, but it's yeah, I believe it's a bobblehead for that. And I'm guessing on R2's arms there's a move up and down aspect. Yeah, they're bubbles. So they're hot toys, Funko Pop, really. But
wow.
I think they're very popular overseas in the Asian market. Super deformed characters, very cute, very popular.
Right. What else? Let's see. Gentle Giant had some news this week. They unveiled their next Force Awakens character for their minibus line, and that is Rey.
Just sorry, Sharon's deciding to not play properly this evening.
No problem.
Yeah, this is nice. I saw this. This is very nice indeed.
Very detailed.
Nice facial sculpt.
Yep.
Nice coloring. She's not looking like a geisha. She's looking like she lives on a very hot planet. She's got a bit of a tan going on.
Right.
That's a very nice bust, actually. Very nice indeed.
Yeah, I think that one. Yeah, I think it's 120 is the price point on that. Kind of spendy, but it's very detailed. It's got a lot of delicate parts to the sculpt, you know, as far as the staff and her little tendrils of her hair and stuff. So
they always package it so well, though, from memory, for the busts I had from Gentle Giant. They really package it well. So chances of breakages should be low. But,
yeah. I'm considering this one.
Yeah, I thought you would be, but it looks good. It looks really good. It's the one of the best I've seen over. Their facial sculpt tends to be not greatly well done, but that's beautiful. That's really Daisy Ridley. They've captured that well.
Yep.
I like it.
What else? A couple little Lego bits of news here. I was venturing into my GameStop this week, and I noticed that they had some signage out in order to, because we've been kind of wondering where you could get that Kylo Ren Command Shuttle, that polybag in the US. And it's available through GameStop if you pre-order the game and pick the game up on the first day of release.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to jump through a couple hoops in order to get it. But yeah, if you were to pre-order that, because that comes out this next week here, this coming week on the 28th, I believe. The Lego
tomorrow.
Oh, is it Lego? Oh yeah, that is tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, the Lego Force Awakens.
They behind for you,
right?
But 20th of June. So yeah, there's a lot of the EB games here. Is the version, and I think in the UK I can't remember what it is, but they have a different polybag that they're giving away. I think it's a Star Destroyer. I don't know what it is.
Oh, really?
The little. I think it's a previous one that's came out before. But yeah, there's a bunch of them, and they're all various and different. I'm not sure about Canada, what it may be there, but there's a bunch of freebies. And if you're a Star Wars Lego fan, I'd get down to one of these stores ASAP if you want to pick up some of the stuff. So
right,
that's nice. We didn't know where that was going to be. So
yeah, and I think if you order the deluxe version of the game, that comes with the Finn in his Stormtrooper gear as well.
That's right.
So you're essentially can get 2 Lego polybags with your order.
That's right. And if you order it on PlayStation, I think there's extra bonuses, although it's just it's DLC packs for droids and
right.
Empire Strikes Back. So there's tons of variations, but yeah, should be good. Did you? Oh, you've not got a console, but the first level, the one of the levels of the game was playable last week, and Studshare and I were playing it, and it's very good. Very good.
I've heard good things about it. So
yeah, very much better than the previous ones.
What else? And some final Lego news here. Rebel Scum a couple days ago had posted a look at the 2016 Advent calendar. I don't know if you had got a chance to check that out.
Yeah, I'd seen that, but it's still a good looking set. It's the white Chewbacca.
Right.
Real Christmas one. Yeah, and I can never remember the silver Astromech droids. Sorry, silver protocol droid's name, but
the U3PO.
Use a U3PO. There you go. Battle droid, a Bespin guard, which is never an easy one to get hold of in any set.
Yep.
If I recall, that was the ultimate slave one, so that's worth it for that if you're a minifigure collector. And just tons of these Luke Jedi in there. I don't recall seeing that Luke Jedi version figure in a set in a long time either. So yeah, normally on the box or maybe on the back of the side of the box, there's all sorts of images, and you can pretty much see all the really good vehicles. They've kind of hidden a lot away in this one for a change.
Yeah, I think if you go to the original link that was there, if you click on the right side of the image of
there we go.
It'll show the back of the box. So.
Yep, you're right. Good on you. So there we go. So see, you're definitely getting a TIE Fighter, a White Chew, these ones, kind of sled. So I think they've hidden a few away, but there's a Naboo part theme and a Hoth part theme. So there's going to be some, I don't know, maybe a Jedi or two or something in there. There's a Jedi Starfighter going on. So yeah, they've definitely hidden a lot on the box this time. They probably used to give it all away in the design. You could pretty much see everything.
Right.
Nice.
So those are typically pretty popular sets that they issue each year.
Definitely.
What else? Moving on to some other brands here. Bandai revealed they have a new line of figures called the Movie Vinyl Collection. I don't know if you saw these.
Okay.
Kind of a strange mashup of 3POA and 6-inch, as well as vintage like packaging.
Is it 3 POE? I thought it was 5 POE.
No, from what I saw from someone before, I can't remember if it was on Instagram or on Twitter. I think it only has head and shoulder articulation.
Wow. Still, you're buying these for the packaging, I think, aren't you?
Right.
It's pretty much the slick packaging. Yeah, I saw these crop up, and I thought, are these bootlegs? And then, yeah, the news just started to explode out of kind of sites like Hobbylink Japan and others. People kept talking about it, but they're beautiful. A few people tweeted us, I think, with pictures of sets of them, and they were excited to be buying them. I saw them. Eggman Studios, I know he tweeted or Instagram post. So there's a few that have picked these up, and they look great. They do look great. So 6-inch. I mean, they actually be great to swap out, put your other 6-inch articulated figures inside.
Right.
Because the packaging's kind of clamshelly. It looks like the huge jumbo gentle giant figures in some ways that could be resealed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Presentation is pretty good on the inside. I like them quite a bit.
It's all about the presentation, isn't it?
And for $15 each, I mean, that's a pretty decent price, I guess. I mean, granted, they're not all that articulated and whatnot, but I mean, like I said, it's the presentation and the vintage-like look. I think that goes a long way for those.
It does indeed.
What else? Medicom, they revealed in a catalog of some sort an upcoming Mayfex Rey and updated Darth Vader from Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, they look pretty good. So I think that's actually an s.h.figuarts Rey and a Mayfex Vader. I think they're two separate manufacturers. If I'm right. No, you're right. Both are Mayfex. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty cool. It's got the Rey has a lot of alternate accessories like the staff and lightsaber, the blaster, the Jakku scavenger gear, and the X-wing helmet. So
I think that's. I was having a conversation with someone the other day. They were proclaiming the love for s.h.figuarts and Mayfex and those kind of figures, and I get the point about accessories. All these extra accessories is Rey's blaster, the helmet, the Tatooine mask that she has. It would have been nice to get these, and Hasbro just didn't give us them. They make us buy the figure twice just to get an extra lightsaber. Bad Hasbro.
Right. And then there's the Vader, which is essentially the same Vader as they issued before, except for they switched out the head to be the crispy Anakin head instead of the old
That's right.
Kind of egghead Sebastian Shaw Vader.
That's right. Egghead indeed. Yeah, Revenge of the Sith version. So yeah, these are very good. You should be able to get these from memory, I think, bought and shipped over to the US for around about 45, 50.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Seems to be the price for these. Suicide Squad as well. Yeah, very cool. I thought that was s.h.figuarts. That looks beautiful. I like that, Ray.
Very nice.
Very nice.
What else? There was also another version of that Darth Vader that Metacom announced on their site as one of their Wonder Festival exclusives. It's a holographic version of the Vader. Very niche, I would say.
Yes, very indeed.
Only for those Vader completists and focus collectors, I would think. It's not something I would personally pick up.
No, not for me either. There's a lot of people that do like that kind of stuff. I'm just trying to translate the Japanese there to see if we can see any other domestic 2000. So there's 2000 limited editions 2000. Yeah, look, I think that's a fair amount. Yeah. Wonder Festival 2016. So that's a big figure convention in Asia.
So that came out this weekend then, according to that timeline.
July 24th, you're right. You're right, yep.
I think they have the date wrong there because it says 2015, but...
Oh, it's July 24th. Yeah, you're right, July 24th. 2000, yeah, it should be 16. Nice.
So I'm sure you might be able to find that on the eBay aftermarket if you're interested. I'm not sure what kind of price it would go for, but you know, it being an exclusive to a convention over there, but...
Yep.
What else?
Toys.
And as we were talking about s.h.figuarts, we shared kind of a convention image of this figure on a previous show, but Tamashii Nations revealed some official imagery for the upcoming Obi-Wan Kenobi from Attack of the Clones. It's a pretty nice looking figure.
It is. It's a great facial sculpt.
Yeah.
That little flip there.
So does he have an alternate angry face? Is that what that was?
It kind of seemed weird. I think it does. That's one. Yeah, I think it is. Happy face. Not so happy because the hair's different. You can see the difference in there's a blonder happy on the happy face and darker. I guess that's his. I'm going to cut your legs off, Anakin. Look.
Right.
Oh, that's Revenge of the Sith. What am I talking
right.
about? I don't know.
So to me, it just basically looks like the, kind of a redeco of the episode 1 figure that they had. Mm-hmm. Well, I guess it's slightly different, but it's a nice looking figure. I mean, Hasbro hasn't done it yet.
No, they haven't. Not. It's bizarre. They seem to. We were talking about Anakin earlier on, but they made the Anakin Black Series, and they actually, I mean, that thing swung on pegs for long enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think they were always a little bit scared to do, and so did the Obi-Wan that they made in the original Black Series as well, which again, still now people are hunting after. So it's weird. Jedi's sell sometimes, and sometimes they don't. But,
right.
Very articulated, lots of great moves, and if you ever wanted that General Grievous kind of the finger pose, you got
right.
it. You got it.
Yeah. Very cool. What else? There was a solicitation. I didn't really see this officially through the Celebration Europe site, but it went out via Twitter that they're having an exclusive exhibitor edition of the Sand Trooper from Tamashii Nations, the movie realization version of the samurai-like Sand Trooper.
Mm-hmm. So the black pauldron version as opposed to the orange one that's coming. So
right.
That's nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Didn't show if it included any different accessories or if it was just a simple repaint of the pauldron armor there. But
I wonder whether this is going to be maybe available. Yes, it's a Celebration exclusive, but it might also end up being some other exclusive in some way. I can't see them. This line's been really popular and sold out pretty fast. So then again, it is only a bit of black paint, so you could almost buy 2 orange ones and just touch it up, and unless we're getting different accessories, but it looks to be the same. But, they're beautiful figures. They're so nice. I've eventually caught up the Vader. I know you bought it a way back, but I eventually caught up and bought the Vader recently. God, it really is good. It really is good.
Which Vader did you get? The one that has the Death Star?
I didn't have any choice but to get the one with the giant Death Star on its head.
Right.
Still, regardless, which I'm not a fan of, but it's a beautiful figure. They're just so well made, gorgeous.
Yeah,
very nice.
What else? Couple. I saw this the other day. Someone tagged me on Twitter on this. This is the custom Han Solo refrigerator. I don't know if you. This is unbelievably cool. I mean, it's a full-size Han and Carbonite that hides a full-size refrigerator behind it.
I know. It's just crazy. It's so well done. Such a good idea.
Yeah. It's like, would your wife let you do this?
I know. I think my wife probably would, actually. She's a complete nut like me, I think, on some of these things, and she'd be totally up for it. That is cool, though.
Yeah.
I have to say. A fridge is a kind of dull thing at the best of times, so what a great way of doing it. That's awesome.
The perfect addition to any Star Wars room is the built-in refrigerator behind the behind the Carbonite Han.
Well done, Patrick John Nelson. That's a beautiful piece. Wow. So cool.
Let's see.
Love it.
Yeah, I asked him for one of his beers in his fridge too.
Nice.
Let's see what else. There was some news regarding those little gerbil Tsum Tsums from Disney. Those were released last week. The Force Awakens versions. There were 9 different characters. So there was 2 Reys, 2 Finns, some troopers and whatnot. So those are available in different sizes and styles at Disney stores and online.
Very cool.
I haven't picked up any of the TFA ones yet. I'm behind.
Behind in your Simpsons.
So what else was there? Hot Wheels had teased that they're going to have an exclusive for San Diego Comic-Con again. They haven't revealed an official image yet. It's going to be here relatively soon, but probably another themed set, kind of like how they had the Darth Vader car in the kind of like the tube thing that they had last year.
They do some really nice convention exclusives. The one they had for Marvel this year, the Daredevil Punisher one. I don't know if you saw it.
Yep.
Beautiful. I mean, a beautifully designed box. They had another one they did recently for Captain America's 75th birthday, and again, beautifully done and designed. It was the same car, just lightly painted. So
right.
So yeah, don't know what we could get here. It could be who
knows? There's an item here not in the show notes regarding an exclusive for Celebration Europe. There's a prototype Boba Fett car that's coming.
That's right. Jedi News. That's right. Justin Solaris shared that with us. Yeah, it's a good point. My money is on it's a complete repaint of the one we've had.
Right.
But the card back should be pretty beautiful, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I'll need to track down that item.
Yes, ditto. We will need to both of us try that. They're not a pain in the butt to get. Hot Wheels are generally large in number, though. They're normally pretty. They're not too hard to get, even at exclusives for that. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Another custom thing here. This was shared, I think, across a few different sites, but I caught wind of this the other day as well. Custom 6-inch Black Series vintage boxes. And these things are unbelievable. I mean, it's what should have been at retail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. It's just...
the style is spot on as far as it hits that vintage note just right. Especially with having the different background colors behind each figure.
Yep. Definitely Hasbro do have some challenges with the globalization aspect, trying to keep the multilingual thing going. I get that. They have that challenge on the plate design-wise, but still, these rock.
Yep.
These just rock. They're so good. So good. And the 6-inch ones as well. This guy, he's got a lot of other custom stuff on his page, custom pops and all sorts of stuff in his eBay store, but geez, they're beautiful. Just beautiful. Just shows you the fans can do a better job sometimes than the damn manufacturer. It's just, oh man, these are just gorgeous. I've just got protective cases now for literally every single one of my Black Series figures, which I love and adore. But God, when I look at these boxes, I'm like, why am I bothering? These are so good. These are so good. Beautiful.
Very cool. Yeah, so I think that seller has a link on eBay. We'll share that in the show notes as well, because they were selling some of the, granted they're a little higher in price for the custom ones, but
you get the figure in it too, I believe.
Yeah, you get the figure as well. So sometimes it's worth it if it's a unique piece of art like this.
Sure. You need to do a prototype fit one now. You've
yeah.
Although your other one was still good, it'd still be nice to see this.
Yeah, I'd like one of those.
That's very nice. A lot of 3.75 cards in there too that he's done.
Yep.
Pops. God, I wish they brought them out like this. Waste of the design. Oh, never mind. I digress.
Very cool. Let's see what else. That kind of wraps up the collecting news for this week. There was a bunch of big Rogue One news over the past week. Finally, we got to see through links through Entertainment Weekly of official character names that were confirmed. Backgrounds on some of the characters. So it was nice to get some of that info last week.
It was, yeah. Entertainment Weekly got the exclusive again, and they dished through the dirt and shared all the. Again, everything had kind of leaked before, so real diehard fans had seen all this stuff, but getting the images and getting all the info. Donnie Yen there with these blind eyeballs.
Right.
Bees Malbus. This is one I hadn't seen before. I forgot he was there in the original pictures that we'd seen. But and the droid K2SO. Very cool.
Yep.
There's a lot of Rogue One stuff to come too, and Mads Mikkelsen, yes, Mr. Hannibal. He's going to be great on screen, as is Ben Mendelsohn. They're going to be really bad. I really hope it's dark, but despite all the rumors and all the stuff saying it's too dark, give me the blackness. Give me the black, dark stickiness. I want to see the darkness. We don't want to see lightness. Let's see the good stuff.
Right.
Looking forward to it.
Yep. So you can get an official look at all these in the latest newsstand edition of Entertainment Weekly. They had a whole cover story as well. So then we get to see Forrest Whitaker's character is actually a character confirmed from the previous Clone Wars series, and the character was also mentioned in Rebels, as well as that Bloodline book that came out this spring.
Yep.
So Saw Gerrera was his character's name.
Yep.
What else? There was another article about Darth Vader and how much we'd really get to see him in Rogue One. It doesn't sound like he's going to be in it a lot, but he's going to be in it enough to at least get some screen time in a key moment of the film. So
well, I mean, it's Darth Vader. I mean, he's around at that time. It's just it would be nuts not to do that. So Darth Vader lives. He continues to go on.
Right. So I'm sure everyone who's listening has seen those images now. So again, if you haven't, we'll have show notes. We'll have links to those articles in the show notes. Let's see. There was some comic news here. Marvel action figure variant cover. There's another one out there by John Tyler Christopher. This is BT1.
That's right. Just open this up here. That's right.
No problem.
Yeah, Gentile, there's a lot of, I mean, we've kind of digressed now from the main core characters into this expanded universe, shall we call it? What do we call it now? It's not Legends, it's, yeah, is it Legends?
No,
it's canon now.
canon, yeah. This is
Comic
part of the
canon.
Darth Vader comic series.
Yep. So, yeah, you get a full gallery here. There's a ton of stuff in here. But yeah, we'll get the nice old original ones. And we'll take through to the more recent one.
Yeah, this was, I think this was for, which issue was this? I can't remember. I think it's like Darth Vader number 23, something like that.
Yeah, there's Darth Vader 22, 23. There's a lot of these expanded or other characters.
Yeah, some of them I had not seen before.
I think you've got a full gallery here. We'll link through. Yeah, he's done a lot. Mr. John Tyler Christopher has been a very, very busy man. And there we go. There's a full link to it there. We can see all the covers. So if you never picked any of these up, there's a bunch. Yeah, so yeah, there's some of the other ones, droids and characters. There's plenty coming. Yep.
Yep. I just got one the other day.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I got my Yoda.
Ah, nice.
Let's see what else. The official site had posted word announcing that Star Wars Rebels Season 2 is coming out on Blu-ray on August 30th. So,
that's right. Some nice extra features on the disc.
Yep.
22 episodes and commentaries, I think, on some of them or all of them. I can't remember, but a couple of exclusive little featurettes. I think one thing I thought was nice was the Rebels Recon was in there too. All 20 episodes.
Yeah,
nice touch because they were good 10-minute little episodes, and Andy Gutierrez and Dave Filoni and lots of other people. There's lots of good background info. So I mean, it would have been a real waste not to capture those. So actually, adds quite a bit of value to the disc, I thought. So nice little background depictions of them. Yeah, looks good.
Yep, I'll probably be picking that up.
Yep.
Let's see. Celebration Europe is coming up here in just a few weeks now. The official Celebration site had posted a sneak peek up of the main stage panels, I believe. So,
Celebration stage, and there with Mark Hamill talking about Rogue One. We're going to get some trailers and footage without a doubt.
Yep.
Cosplay Championship and Star Wars: A New Hope screening, which would be nice.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff. Yeah, it's going to be good. Anthony Daniels, all the usual con people are going to be there. Force Awakens, that'd be nice. Yeah, there's lots of good screenings of the movies. Carrie Fisher, Ray Park, ILM. Wow. So they're saying they're streaming the Rogue One panel. So I haven't seen any mention at all if they're going to cover the event like they did for Celebration last year.
Right.
So fingers crossed.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get an official announcement of that. Let's see. Finally, with some of the show notes here this week, a new podcast has started up over on the Making Star Wars Network. It's a new podcast called The Cargo Hold. I was kind enough to be asked to join in this podcast with Corey from First Order Transmissions, as well as Chris Sultan from Collector's Hut. So this is going to be a weekly. Well, we're kind of hemming and hawing on the frequency of the show, but it'll probably be a weekly, bi-weekly thing. Just very similar to what we do here on the Realm Recap, but this is now just a part of the Making Star Wars Net or .net channel. So
sounds good.
Pretty good.
Good. It's logo. It's not shown here, but it's definitely it's coming up. But whoever did that logo, wonderful job. Wonderful job.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a standard podcast. It's not a video one like we do here, so you'll be able to just listen and follow along, like in your commute or whenever. So,
Yep.
That first episode is now live, so you'll be able to go over to makingstarwars.net and download that there. And there'll be a YouTube channel, or not YouTube, but a iTunes channel as well that you can subscribe to get the latest ones when they're released.
Yep.
Let's see. What else? Reviews this week. You have a few I saw on your channel, your YouTube channel.
I did, yes. Lots of Marvel stuff for the non-US exclusive wave of the Hulkbuster. And just catching up on a lot of stuff that I hadn't had for a while. 6-inch Ray Starkiller base. I love that base. I really love the structure of the base. And these 3.75-inch, the Captain Phasma, the Han, and the Luke, or the Leia, sorry, that we talked about. So, and a few of the ones come up. I managed to pick up one of these bootleg 6-inch Black Series figures.
Nice.
I don't think they're bootlegs. I think a lot of these are factory offerings in some ways, but I'll do a review of them and we'll talk more about that. But yeah, plenty of stuff going on.
Did you pick up a couple or just the one?
I just picked up one just to try it.
Okay.
Actually, till that, I picked up a couple. I picked up a Deadpool as well.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
They're just too good. They're too good to be factory offer. I think they're factory offerings. They're not bootlegs. But it depends. Some sellers, you can see some photographs are clearly, it's like as if I took a mold of it, and made it with plasticine. They're terrible. So you just gotta look for the right ones and look at the right sellers. But in some ways, these are painted better than the ones that I picked up in stores in the US or the UK or here. So yeah, but I'll talk more about that when I do a review. But yeah, nice. Very cool.
Yeah, I might have to pick up a couple of those.
Very cool. Very cool.
And that Deadpool. I think I need Deadpool.
He's cheap.
Let's see what else. I did not have any reviews, but as far as new toys and acquisitions, did you have anything major other than what you've just spoken of?
Knowing Star Wars, I could be here all day showing you all the pop that I bought this week. So no, I tell a lie. I did a Star Wars, which is this, arrived today. Finally, the Stormtrooper from Hot Toys. He's beautiful. He is beautiful. If anybody's out there who knows how to attach this onto this, please let me know, because it's so new. I don't think the reviews. The flame aspect that it comes with the two little pins on it, and you're supposed to take the tiniest piece off at the front of the gun, which the instructions show you. But there's no, you can't get. There you go. I've just done it. What a klutz! What a klutz! What a klutz! It wasn't working. We'll do it live, people. But there you go. This thing is pretty good. And there you go. There's the flame effect. It's pretty damn good.
Oh, that's nice.
That's very nice. And it's pretty stable too. I thought it would maybe be too heavy and this would weigh it down, but it's quite nice. So what a klutz, Sam. You just literally pinch the tiny little pieces. Big stubby fingers I couldn't get off. But so he's very cool, very nice. I think like the other figures, unlike the other figures, there's a little bit more chance to move on this with some of the areas. So he can move a lot better than say the First Order Stormtrooper. But still a beautiful looking piece. So
he's a beefy looking guy.
He's a beefy looking boy. He's a very big guy. So yes, so it's just that and pop, just Marvel pop.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad pop. There's a lot of stuff heading over here in stores, which is again non-con exclusive, like metallic versions of things.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so it's very cool. We have a lot of cool stuff. So yes, far too much pop.
Yes.
What about you?
It was pretty light. I did pick up a couple pops this week, like I mentioned, the Rey and the Luke. I picked up the, what was it? The Poe Dameron from Hot Topic. I got the Yoda comic from John Tyler Christopher.
I wonder if they'll do an orange snake version of that.
I know. This one's kind of the brownish snake.
Yeah.
He's kind of got the, I don't know. He has a funny look to him, but no, it's a great one. I had to pick that up for sure. I don't have all of these comic variant covers. I wish I did, but I couldn't pass on that one.
Yep.
I think that was it. It was really pretty light. I think I did get a couple 6-inch figures that I had passed on before. I can't think of who they are at the moment. They're at work. But yeah, it was a pretty light week.
Well, Well, we're still waiting for a lot of stuff. I mean, Hasbro. I mean, everything we've covered this week has pretty much been overseas or what toys. There's just not a lot of that commercial stuff out there. A lot of stores around me, the 3.75 Force Awakens figures are they're just giving them away. They just can't get rid of them. I don't know. They're just clogging up the pegs. So yeah, we need some new stuff.
Yeah, they'll need a fire sale or something to get rid of that stock before September.
Yep, definitely.
So with that wraps up episode 100.
Exactly. And just before we go, we'll just remind you that competition you can get. Dorkside Toys will give you some little freebies. They'll give away some little Star Wars themed pack. So all you got to do, dead simple, is subscribe to Dorkside Toys on Twitter. And you should subscribe to Jason and I on their channels too, because we'll give you lots of cool news. But definitely subscribe, I should say, to Dorkside Toys on Twitter. And we shall pick a winner and we'll send you a little pack. It will be US exclusive only. We can't ship overseas for that. But if there's some other country, I'll come up with something. We'll work with them. We'll get something out to you. So we'll pick somebody randomly soon.
Very good.
That's it.
So again, thanks everyone for watching and sharing and commenting over these 100 episodes. We appreciate it quite a bit. We will be back as soon as we can with our next episode, hopefully with some more San Diego Comic-Con news, hopefully with some of that including Hasbro news. There will be a big announcement, quote unquote big announcement, coming this week, or next week, whenever, who knows. With Hasbro it could change, so we will let everyone know what the latest is in Star Wars collecting. So until next time, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you again.
See ya.